This RV is equipped with 2 slides, one in the kitchen and living room area and one in the bedroom. Typically, slide out 1 is the one that is located closest to the front of the RV, and slide out 2 is the one back in the master bedroom. To put out the slides, it's very simple. There's just a couple steps that you need to follow. Number 1, before engaging the slide motors, you have to be sure that there are no obstructions outside of the RV. Sometimes water bottles or refill cups or luggage can fall behind these, and if they do, when you start to put the slide out, it can cause the slide to jump off of the track or crush whatever is going behind there. It's also a good idea to make sure there aren't any kids hiding behind these, because they could get crushed as well. Once you've double checked that there are no obstructions inside the RV, then you are going to go to the control panel and you're going to hit slide out. You're going to hear the slide moving out. It should be uniform, both sides at the same time. As the slide is almost fully extended, you will hear the motor change slightly in pitch. When it does, you let go of the button and you're fully deployed. When deploying the rear slide, it's the exact same process. You want to make sure that there is nothing blocking the outside of the vehicle and that nothing is blocking the inside. It's the same whether you're deploying or retracting the slide. You want to make sure that it's clear. Otherwise, it'll crush whatever's in the way or it'll throw it off the track. So once you're sure that there's nothing in the way and the path is clear, then you hit slide out and you follow the same process. This is going to go out. You're going to listen to the motor until you just hear it change pitch, and then you're going to immediately take your finger off the button. For retracting, you follow the same steps, only in reverse, and you press slide in to let it come in. Again, you're watching to make sure that there's nothing in the way of the slide, and it comes in smoothly and evenly. You're going to wait until you see it almost to the end. The end of the bed should be right there at the end of the cupboards, and you will hear the motor change and you'll take your finger off the button. The same thing applies for the large slide. Make sure that this area is totally clear, that you don't have any luggage, do not have any kids sitting on any of the couches, and then you're going to go ahead and retract. And just like the one in the master bedroom, you're going to wait till it appears like it's almost all the way in, and you're going to listen for the motor to change tone. You're going to take your finger off and it is fully retracted. One more note about utilizing the slides. This is a very common item in RVs to break. They are very, very expensive, and if they break while they're on your trip, as long as they're functional when they leave our lot, it's on the renter to take care of that. So be very careful with them. Another thing to note is you always want to have the slides deployed on a level surface. You don't want to deploy the slides if the RV is on a hill, in either direction, front or back or side to side, because it'll put undue stress on the tracks and on the motor. The last bit of advice on the slides is do not allow children to operate the slides unless you don't mind losing your deposit and possibly paying a lot more money. Children should not utilize or should not activate most of the controls on the RV because they don't tend to understand how delicate and how easily some of these systems can break and how people can potentially get injured by them.